The woman draws a line with her foot on the dusty ground, and tells the children that by crossing the line, they can say goodbye to their past and start a new life. They really seem to have forgotten the darkness of their past, and start a carefree life in the town where no one knows them. They make a new friend. Soon, she falls in love with Jack, the oldest boy among them. But on this day, the woman ultimately fails to beat her cancer. Before she leaves, she specifically says that Jack must not tell anyone outside of their family of her death until he turns 21, as outsiders are bound to separate them and send them to different families once they find out. She leaves them a metal box containing £10,000 in cash. Jack soon realizes this is their father's stolen money. The four children swear that no matter what happens, they will never be separated, in order not to let the outside know about their mother's death. Only Jack goes out to pick up supplies to sustain their daily lives, but until the day a gunshot shatters their brief peace. Jane finds that a man in the distance has broken their window with a gun, and he is none other than their father. Then time comes 6 months later. There's an eerie atmosphere emanating from all over the mansion. All the mirrors are covered with a white cloth. Jack tells them that there are ghosts in the mirrors and they must not open the white cloth. At some point, Jack gets an extra scar on his forehead. There is a large patch of mold on the ceiling, and even the attic door is completely sealed with wall bricks and cement. That day, a lawyer says that he needs his mother's signature to process the transfer of the mansion, and he needs to collect $200. Jack immediately goes home to discuss with them. The boy proposes to use the money in the metal box, but Jane says that the money is cursed. But they only have this amount of money, just don't know when. The metal box was thrown underneath a cavern by the beach. Jane begins to imitate their mother's handwriting. Jack uses paint to cover up the moldy spots on the ceiling. They barely manage to avoid the lawyer's suspicion. But at night, Jack notices that the ceiling quickly grows another large moldy spot, and even a hole appears in the ceiling. He looks in and finds that there is a monster moving around. They instantly feel that it is the retribution for using the money, so they decide to throw the metal box from the roof into the attic. In fact, it is their father who is locked up inside the attic. 6 months ago, he had found them for revenge, and the three of them had combined their efforts to lock him up in the attic and leave him to fend for himself. But noises in the attic indicate that he is not dead. At this point, the lawyer identifies Jack and learns that the pounds he gave him came from his criminal father, so he blackmails him for £10,000. During the night, the boy prepares to enter the attic to take out the metal box. However, just as he is about to go out, their father grabs him. Eventually, he cuts the ropes before climbing out, though he fails to take out the box, learning that their father is still alive. Jack can't take it anymore and lies on the floor twitching. The helpless Jane initiates a coded message to Jack's girlfriend to seek her help. She finds the diary Jack left behind. It turns out that 6 months ago, Jack is worried about the safety of his 3 younger siblings, so he locks them up in the attic. He takes the box alone to meet their father, but he is still pushed off the cliff by his father. When he wakes up, he finds that his father has entered the attic through the chimney on the roof. He is too late. To prevent his father from escaping, he seals the attic, and for the past 6 months, he has been nothing more than living with the 3 personalities he has split off.